Hello everyone, Skippy here, and with the reveal of a lot of different things related to the Wit Studio remake of One Piece titled The One Piece that were revealed this past One Piece Day, I thought that it'd be as good a time as any to really soak in what they revealed about the series thus far, to really see how this series is going to potentially stack up to the legendary anime that's been running for 25 years already, and where it especially may also differ from it as well. Now to start off with is of course the main staff of the series itself, which is obviously one of the most important components of it in regards to its quality. Because as we all know from the various anime breakdowns I've done for the Toei series, that having a strong core team that brings forth a unique and exciting atmosphere to the staff room will result in a stronger project at the end of the day. And from the looks of things, it seems as if Wit isn't shying away from putting their money where their mouth is when it comes to the talent on the show. Starting off with director Masashi Koizuka, who's most well known for being the director for Attack on Titan Seasons 2 and 3 under chief director Tetsuro Araki, assistant director Hideaki Abe, who's mostly been an animator but recently did some episode direction on the first season of Jujutsu Kaisen, character designer and chief animation supervisor Kyoji Asano, also of Attack on Titan fame, as well as the Wit side of Spy Family, with Takatoshi Honda assisting him, series composer Taku Kishimoto, who also headed up the scripts on series like Haikyuu and Ranking of Kings, art director Tomonori Kuroda, best known for a certain index and a certain scientific railgun, main action animators Ken Imaizumi of Boruto fame and Shuhei Fukuda, whose main body of work seems to be all over the place, prop design Eri Taguchi, who is an excellent animator herself, who more recently worked on JJK Season 2, creature design and image board Yasuhiro Kajino, and last but not least animation producer Ryoma Kawamura, who used to be a production assistant on Attack on Titan in his earlier years, who will manage it all like Tetsushi Akahori does for the Toei series, and is a large source for most of the staff being on this project in the first place. Now I won't lie and say that I'm intimately familiar with the work of every single person here, because there's quite a few names that I haven't heard of before, and a lot of them are associated with series that I've never particularly had an interest in, with the main ones I'm most excited for being Asano and Imaizumi. But from the credentials that I listed above and the work and words of the staff that are present in the production log, I can tell they're all immensely skilled at what they do, barring a lot of the PR talk that was peppered throughout it. They do all seem to have a unique passion for the series and are digging deep and researching as much as they can to really make this feel like something special, as well as trying to quite literally breathe life into Oda's manga. As the image boards and prop settings that were shown are vast and varied and look to really flesh out every little detail about the world of the series and the people and things within it. That so clearly shows a respect for the franchise's sheer scale and magnitude, that will make for an extremely lively representation of Oda's manga in a way that we've seldom really seen before, with the image boards reminding me so much of Oda's early color spreads and volume covers in the best type of ways, making me hope and pray that this kind of look bleeds over into the final show even a little bit. Especially with the 3D landscapes that are obviously Koizuka's specialty after working on Attack on Titan for so long, that can only help flesh out the world even more and offer intense and complex camera work for pretty much anything. Obviously the Toei staff over the years, especially recently, have done the best that they can on a consistent weekly schedule for 25 years now, but with the time it seems they're being allowed over at Wit, with some crucial design sheets that were done as recently as 2 months ago being featured in the video, it all bodes well for the heights that it can possibly reach since it doesn't have to adhere to a strict schedule like that, hopefully allowing them the time that they also need to adapt Oda's deceptively difficult art that some may be disappointed is a mixture of Skypiea Water 7 era Oda and more modern Oda, rather than the Disney-esque rubber hose aesthetic of the East Blue saga in the manga, but I can't lie and say that I'm not absolutely in love with what we can see of Asano's work here. Obviously they're only concept design just far and not the final sheet, so the colors aren't final at all, and some expressions might make it to the sheets and others won't. But he really studied and combed over Oda's entire body of work to make designs that not only feel contemporary, but still representative of some of his best work in the manga, which is that Skypiea to Water 7 and Enies Lobby stretch, with characters like Sanji in particular showing that better than any other. In the past, when the Toei series has recapped prior arcs in more modern times, whether it be in episodes themselves or the TV specials, the animation supervisors and character designers are so used to Oda's current style that it can be hard for them to revert back to the early days of the series, and it all just ends up looking very wrong. Like with Masayuki Sato's sheets for the TV special episode of East Blue, despite him being a very skilled artist for the recent movies when he has to adapt Oda's designs into animation. But they nailed that best of both worlds feeling here, so I'm personally super satisfied with everything on that front. Though for the series in general, I'm still tempering my expectations for it overall till we get something more complete, let's say. Most of what the video showed was pre-production material that can change drastically when it comes to the finished product, so I don't want to jump the gun and praise the series for much just yet, when there's still a lot left to see, and for all we know, it can end up being a disaster when all is said and done. And of course, deep down, the reasoning for its existence is still rather creatively bankrupt to me. Even if Toei producer Ryota Koike seemed to smooth things out a little bit for me by acting as if it's its own pillar for the franchise rather than replacing the Toei anime. Because George Wada is a bit of a hack and I won't listen to anything that he has to say. But I can say with mostly solid confidence that the main staff do seem very invested in making this something special, and Oda's comment to the staff about not having to stick super close to the manga inherently and letting them express themselves does inspire even more confidence to me, given that that MO has allowed the staff over on the main series to truly go above and beyond as of late, starting with Wano. And if it turns out the way I hope it will, we could be looking at a really strong series here that I wouldn't mind seeing continue like Koizuka wants, that could be a true companion piece rather than a full-on replacement that will bring new fans in the worldwide. Anyways guys, that's it for now. I'm Skippy, and let's all just tread lightly till the next production update.